Hello, everybody. I'm getting a signal on Instagram that says it is a bad connection. So, Instagrammers, if you're blinking on and off, I'm sorry. Come over into my Facebook group and join us there for the live training. Happy Friday Eve day to everybody. You can probably hear it in my voice. I'm still getting over this respiratory infection thing, and the weather here in Arkansas is not helping. It is just, it can't figure out what it wants to do. As usual, I've got Facebook and LinkedIn down here on my laptop and YouTube, and I've got Instagram up here on my iPhone, but I'm not sure the connection is very good. So, Instagrammers, I apologize if it's blinking on and off. I'm going to try not to let that distract me. Literally, my iPhone is blinking. It's great. You got to love live, right? Today, we are going to talk about a topic that I think you need to hear because I needed to hear it. And some of my clients and my students in the Business Visibility Made Easy group also needed to hear it. It's something we need to remind ourselves as entrepreneurs. So, today's topic: why your business, your online business, is never going to be fully built, what you need to do about that, and why it's going to be absolutely okay. You may think I've lost my mind, but trust me, by the end of this, you're going to feel a lot better. But first, if you're new to me and I'm new to you and we've never met, I am Tracy Beavers. I am your business and sales coach. And with almost 20 years of experience in marketing, sales, and business growth, I have helped hundreds of entrepreneurs just like you get visible so you can grow your audience, grow your email list, and get consistent monthly income without paid ads. You can gain the income you want and grow your email list and your business with ease. And when you coach with me, we do things simple. They're effective. Just because they're simple doesn't mean they're not effective. But I'm all about building a business with ease. And I give you a roadmap of clear action steps all laid out because that's how I learn best. That's how I like to be coached. And I want you to be able to put your blinders on and go to work. And every strategy I teach you, all roads lead to list building because that email list, I teach this, is the foundation of the success of your business. So I teach you my visibility strategies and my email list growth strategies. And along the way, we break it down to make it simple and easy to execute on a daily basis. I've got one-to-one private coaching, and some of my clients are signing back up for that. So I've only got one spot available now, and it's a start date in April now, not March, but April. So if you're considering hiring a coach, reach out, set a short free call with me. Let's talk about what you need. Let's see if we're a good fit for each other. And if you want to achieve your big, scary goals together and have somebody that's going to walk alongside you through all the scary parts, you want somebody to map it out for you, that's me. So let's connect and talk about it. My 8-week group coaching program, Business Visibility Made Easy. I'm so excited about this group of students. It opened earlier in February, and this week they received module 3, which is all about how to find great collaboration opportunities that lead to email list growth. Business Visibility Made Easy is your step-by-step guide to growing an email list of your ideal clients without paid ads. So every strategy I teach in that program, all roads lead to list building. That includes finding collaborations, being a podcast guest, how to find those spots that are free, networking, how to do it effectively, and how all of these things need to be worked to grow your email list. And if you're interested in this program, the doors are going to open again next month in April. I cannot remember the exact date off the top of my head, but you're going to want to get on the wait list. So go to tracybeavers.com/BVME for Business Visibility Made Easy. Grab your spot on the wait list because you'll be the first one to know when the doors open, and we only take 30 spots every time. So seats are limited. And being a waitlister, you're going to get special offers and discounts that nobody else is going to get. All right. So if you're here live and you're coming to me through Facebook, I want you to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give StreamYard and Facebook permission to talk to each other and for your name to be shown. Otherwise, it just says Facebook user, and then I can't see who it is that's made the comment. If you've got questions as we go along, put those in the comments. I'm going to get to those at the very end. And I love seeing your comments and I love seeing your questions. So please don't be shy. And if you're on Instagram, again, I apologize. I think my connection is terrible today for some reason, probably because the weather here is wonky. But if you're on Instagram and you can hear me and you've got a comment or a question, toss that into the comments. I will see those after the training is over and I will DM you the answers. All right. Let's talk about today's topic because it's so important. Now, let me ask you this. Post in the comments, did this topic surprise you? When you saw this pop up earlier this week as my topic for my weekly live, your online business is never going to be built. Hearing that, did that surprise you? Did it terrify you? Did it make you go, holy crap, that's depressing? Let me explain. Okay, unlike a turnkey business where you pretty much buy the thing and everything's all set, our online businesses are started and built by us. We've got the idea, we've got the knowledge, we've got the dream. We identify who we are, what we want to do, who we want to serve, how we want to serve them. We decide on our niche or niche, or however you want to pronounce that. We decide who we want to serve, who our ideal clients are. We pick out all the software programs we need for our websites, our email service providers, our scheduling systems, the systems we use to deliver our contracts, our invoices, the payment systems we want to use. We are building this thing from idea on up, right? Literally brick by brick. We are doing the work. We're the ones doing it. When I first started my online business, I kept saying to myself, I cannot wait to get to the day when I can stand back proudly and say, look, there she is. Isn't she grand? It's built. It's done. Here's my business. Isn't it cool? And I would keep pushing through all the decisions, the content creation, the social media creation, the launches, the media opportunities, working to get to that day when I could take that breath and say, yes, it's done. And I crossed the finish line. Fast forward a few years in, several years in, many years in, feels like, have I reached that point? No. But what I realized after being in this online space for so long, being in many rooms and programs with many entrepreneurs just like me, some that are right where I am in experience level, and others that are years and millions of dollars ahead of me. What I've realized after coaching hundreds of entrepreneurs in this space, again, some of those entrepreneurs I've coached are just starting out. Some are at my same experience level. Others are further ahead than me. It's that our businesses, our work is always going to evolve. It's never going to be completely done. But we can either let that depress us and make us want to quit, or we can think about it more in a more exciting way. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. So here I've been all this time running like crazy, thinking that the faster I moved, the faster I ran, the more stuff I got done would get me to that finish line faster, right? The faster you move, the faster you get there. But I wasn't getting closer to the finish line. It was like the finish line kept moving every time I thought I was going to get close to it. And that's when it dawned on me. There really isn't a finish line with an online business. There are things we get going and things that we keep, and we keep them for a long time. There are other things we start and we decide that's not the right move for us in our businesses right then. But listen, this online business is not like a turnkey franchise where everything is all set from start to finish, and all you've got to do is get the thing up and running, get some good staff on board, and then let it run itself, right? And then go buy another location or franchise opportunity. If I had purchased a franchise, a McDonald's or a Chick-fil-A, then yeah, I could see where there would be a few years of hard work, right? Probably me in the kitchen slinging chicken nuggets for a while, but a definite finish line, right? Once you get it up and running, because the marketing is all done, you don't have to reinvent the wheel on that. The company's going to give you everything you need in terms of equipment, and all you've got to do is find the staff and make sure it runs like a well-oiled machine. And then you can say, hey, look, that's done. I'm going to go build something else. Is this making sense to you? Is it making you feel better? So once I realized this, I felt so much better, and I want you to also feel better, because you may be thinking, and you may be saying to yourself, okay, this sounds really weird, Tracy. How could realizing that your business is never going to be fully done make you feel better? I'm going to explain. It made me feel better because once I realized that my business was going to continue to grow and evolve, where I started with this business is not where I am now. I started just tossing myself out there as a general business and sales coach, not really sure exactly what this thing was going to look like, but I got started. And it has evolved now into where, yes, I'm a business and sales coach, but my main focus is visibility strategies, email list growth strategies, right? And working with online business owners. When I started, I was working with everybody, including lots of brick and mortar businesses here locally to me. And it was great. And I still work with a few of them, but my main focus has shifted. It's evolved. And my Facebook group, there's a good example. So one of our Business Visibility Made Easy students is starting her own Facebook group. I'm really excited for her. And she's trying to pick out a name for the group. So we were all in our group coaching session this morning, because you get weekly group coaching sessions with me and the group every week in the program. We were in the session this morning and we were all helping her brainstorm ideas. You want to make sure that it talks about the group name is short enough that you can say it in one breath, that it's words, you're using words that are searchable. But my main point to her was, just what you name it now doesn't mean you're stuck. We're not building a mountain that can't be moved. My Facebook group, Be a Confident Entrepreneur, Get Visible and Grow Your Income, has evolved. When it first started, if anybody's been here since the beginning, it was called Be a Confident Entrepreneur, Gain Confidence and Grow Your Income. But as my focus has shifted, as my business has evolved, that name has changed. The name of my program, my 8-week group coaching program, has changed to be more focused on list building. Masterclass to launch that program has changed. The name of it, the structure of it, the emails that go out with it. But it's okay. It's growing and evolving. And my focus and my business is going to continue to evolve from here. And who knows what's going to develop for me in the next year. And this made me feel better because I could allow myself to step back, breathe, not run so fast, and be comforted knowing that it's okay if there's not a finish line. It's okay if this business continues to evolve. I was able to shift my mindset from being critical of myself and hard on myself for not running fast enough to reach that finish line. And I was able to shift from criticism of myself to excitement for the future of my business and anticipation of what's going to unfold for me. And once I realized this, I was able to take so much pressure off of myself for not always having the perfect answer, for not always having the perfect idea for that day, the perfect social media content. I was able to take the pressure off of myself for not always getting everything right. And I was able to take the pressure off of myself when I made mistakes, because I made some and you're going to make some and we all make some, right? So I was able to be excited and realize that instead of focusing on moving super fast and being perfect in all my decisions, I could focus on doing the next right thing, taking the next right step, making the next decision that felt right, knowing that because these businesses grow and evolve and change, I don't have to be sure my decisions and actions are perfect. Nothing is going to be perfectly done. So why stress about it? Doesn't that make you feel better? And Instagram, it's still wonky. I don't know what's going on with the connection. I'm so sorry if you can't hear me very well. I was able to take so much pressure off of myself and know that the decisions I'm making now, they might become a permanent piece of my business, but maybe not. What I know for sure is that it's the right decision for right now. And if it needs to evolve, it can. Now, how do I know this is true? I'm not just making this up, okay? Let's look at history. I look at others in this space that have been doing this thing a lot longer than I have and a lot longer than you have. Amy Porterfield is somebody that I follow. I followed her for years. She's a mentor of mine. I have consumed every program she's got. And when she's offering something, I'm part of it because I love her style and I love the way she teaches and I like to learn from her. Her business, 14 years in, is completely different than where she started. She started teaching Facebook ads. She started launching some different things and doing social media content for people. Now, 14 years in, she teaches how to grow your email list. She teaches how to create an online course, how to launch it with a webinar. Look at that. Evolution. Jenna Kuchar, Jasmine Starr, Jeff Walker, James Wedmore, Michael Hyatt. These are big names you've likely heard of and you probably follow. But there are plenty of other millionaire business owners that you've never heard of either, and they have continued to grow and evolve. So like Amy Porterfield, Her business was not done when she started. It's not built to this day. She would say it is still evolving. And now it's evolved into a team of 20, starting out with just her. It's evolved, like I said, from her teaching Facebook ads to now she teaches entrepreneurs how to create online courses and get them launched. And she and her team, and she says this on her podcast and in her live trainings, they are always tweaking, testing, evolving, learning, growing, listening to their audience, making decisions, and moving forward on the next right thing. And she has changed so many things in her business as I've watched her over the years. And this brings me comfort. For somebody that is 14 years in the business and a gazillion dollar earner, I don't even know, I think she's earned $85 million over the course of those 14 years. Seeing where she started, seeing where she is now, and knowing that every year she and her team look back on the previous year and they go, okay, that worked well. That did not work well. Let's tweak this. Let's grow this. Let's change this. That brings me comfort. I think it's bringing you comfort too. Where we start may not be where we finish, and that's okay. If somebody like Amy Porterfield or James Wedmore or Michael Hyatt, if their businesses are continuing to evolve, then why in the world would mine be any different? And how comforting is that? I mean, we don't have to be perfect right now. We don't have to have this thing all figured out right now. We can jump in and take messy action. We can name a Facebook group and then rename it 6 months from now. We can pick a profile picture that we aren't really sure we're jazzed up about, and you can change it next week. You can create a cover photo that builds your email list and change it out 2 months from now. We can jump in, take messy action, get clarity along the way, and know that where we start today isn't where we're going to end up. And we have a choice in this. We can let this be super freaking scary and cause us to stop dead in our tracks and not take one more step because, oh my gosh, what if we get it wrong? Or we can choose to let this comfort us, bring us excitement and inspiration. And we can choose to let this allow us to enjoy this entrepreneur roller coaster thing that we're on. It's a freaking roller coaster. And we can have faith based on evidence of so many other online entrepreneurs that have gone before us and been massively successful that we will figure this thing out. And we can create thriving businesses, and we can take the next right step, make the next right decision in faith and in confidence, and keep moving forward toward our dreams. Unlike a brick and mortar franchise that gets built, and there it is, isn't she a beaut? And it's done. And you stare at it thinking, well, okay, now what do we do? I built that McDonald's, I built that Chick-fil-A, now what are we going to do? It's done, it doesn't need me anymore. Unlike that, I get to work in a business that is always evolving and changing, and I am always evolving and changing right alongside it, and that excites me very much. Does this excite you too? I want you to let me know in the comments. Is it scary being an online business owner? Heck yes, it is. I talk about it every week. Is it scary to not have a definite roadmap and a crystal ball to know that if I do these things, it's going to bring me success? Yeah, it is. But we can let it scare us, or we can let it excite us and motivate us. So if you're feeling scared about your business and wondering when in the world is this business going to be built, putting pressure on yourself to get there, to cross the finish line, putting your pressure on yourself to be perfect, to make every decision perfectly right, and that so there's no wrong turns, then turn that around like I have. Turn that fear into excitement and take the pressure off of yourself. Because in my opinion, and from examples of the most successful entrepreneurs out there, your business is never going to be done. And I don't believe it's supposed to be. So tell me in the chat, do you feel this way? Like you're just trying to run so fast and get across that finish line? And does this way of thinking bring you comfort and take some pressure off? I hope so. And you know I love to give a free, valuable download with every weekly training. This week, talk about not being perfect. I don't have a free download for you because 2 reasons. One, this respiratory infection thing I'm trying to get over, I've had to dial a few things back in my business, and I could not make that a priority. I needed to rest. And 2, I seriously couldn't think of a way to give you a free download with this training that made any kind of sense. So look at me not being perfect. Look at me evolving and changing things up. What I can do though, is I can offer you one of my most highly converting free trainings that you're going to love. Social Media Made Easy. Create 90 days of social media content in only 30 minutes. This is the strategy and the method and the formula that my team and I use to create social media content, because I'm all about building with ease. And it takes some pressure off of you to not feel like you've got to have all the things all perfect. But when you follow my formula in this training, you're going to map some stuff out. It's going to bring you some clarity and going to help you breathe a little bit. So go grab that. It's at tracybeavers.com/social. And I want to thank you for being with me here today. And Instagram, I'm sorry if you can't hear me. It is still blinking. That connection is just not good today. You guys, I say this every week. Let's make it easy to build our businesses and make it easy for everybody to see who we are, what we do, how they can buy from us, hire us. In order to get the visibility you seek and the new clients that you want, you have to be visible. And you know that's what I teach. And you can get so much visibility in my free Facebook group. I want you to jump in and join us. It's called Be a Confident Entrepreneur, Get Visible, and Grow Your Income. Why should you join us? Because you can promote yourself. You're going to be swimming amongst 1,700 other entrepreneurs that are in my group. You can promote yourself, your offers, showcase your expertise and your knowledge. You can support other members when they need your expertise. And through those networking and those connections, people are going to get to know you. They're going to get to know how wonderful you are, how knowledgeable you are. They're going to want to connect with you, and they're going to want to hire you. So using Facebook groups is an excellent strategy for visibility and email list growth. It's one of the things I teach in Business Visibility Made Easy. And I talk about that exact strategy all the time. So if you missed, I did do a training on this a few weeks ago. If you missed that training, you can go to tracybeavers.com/Facebook groups and grab that free video and guide. And again, the name of the group is Be a Confident Entrepreneur, Get Visible, and Grow Your Income. It is the most special community, and I love it. And I know you will too. I hope these tips that I bring you every week have helped you. And today, especially, I hope it gives you a chance to breathe a sigh of relief, to take the perfection off your back, to stop trying to make all the right decisions and being paralyzed with the fear that you're not going to make the right decision. Take the next right step. Do the next right thing, and your business is going to evolve and it's going to unfold right before your eyes, and it's going to be amazing. So as usual, I want to know what you think. I want to know what you want to hear more of. What strategies do you want me to teach? What are you struggling with in your business? If you want to DM me, if you don't want to put that public, that's okay. Send me a DM or email me and tell me what it is. And if you're loving this content, I want you to join me every single week, every Thursday, 11:30 Central. I am here to bring you something cool. So remember, you guys, I say this every single week also. You know what I'm going to say. Being an entrepreneur is hard. Some days, everybody wants to buy what you're selling, and other days, nobody can remember your name. And if you think you're alone feeling that way, you are not. And when you're ready for strategies that are going to get you more visible, help you break through the loud online space so you can grow your audience, your email list, and get that consistent monthly income that you want, I want you to reach out and set a free information call. Let's talk about coaching. Let's talk about the Business Visibility Made Easy program. That's opening up again next month. Let's find out if that's a good fit for you. I want you to have a great balance of the week and weekend. And remember, when one of us rises, we all rise. So we've got to keep cheering each other on. Now, I'm going to pop over and look at the comments really fast. And Instagram, oh my goodness, you're still blinking. I don't know, y'all. Some days everything works and some days nothing works, right? All right. Jill's got our links popped into the chat. That's awesome. Somebody said, thank you so much, but it says Facebook user. I can't see your name. All right, my friends, I don't have any questions here, but if you're catching this on replay and you have a comment or a question, let me know what it is. We're here for you. All right. I will see you guys next week, Thursday, 11:30 Central.